what time it is.
How it all works.
Come on.
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 Yes, 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 and yes. Excited to be back with another episode of Convos and Collabs here at How It All Works. Man, this is a series that is focused wholly on live streaming. Our broader series, what you are used to, is focused on tech, media, and leadership. But this series, this one in particular, is focused on live streaming. And so just excited about that, excited to be able to bring people in the space who can talk to us about these things. We had Desiree Martinez on deck for today, and but she had a family situation, family important thing that she needed to do. And I was so glad to be able to find a good friend who could come in at the last minute, come through for a conversation about live streaming. Convos and collabs, man. So yeah. I know. I see y'all in the comments already, man. Y'all doing the thing. There's 16 people on the live. Let's do this. So folks, listen, here at How It All Works, man, we're working on a number of different things, working on some partnerships, man, listen, the community will be blessed. And here's one of the things I want you to know about, right on the bottom of the screen right here, you're seeing join our mailing list, signup.howitallworks.com. Trust me, there are some things that are going to be coming for those who sign up. In the next couple of weeks, we're going to be rolling out some stuff. If you want a free month of whatever, let's say you want a free month of service on a specific platform, we might be sending those kinds of details out in our mailing list. So you want to be able to jump in there, sign up, howitallworks.com. I mean, besides the fact that we send out such great information on a regular basis, you're going to want to be on that list so that you can get access to some of the things that we got coming up, partnerships that we're building. We're really trying to create a space for anybody who has a message, who's building a platform around a specific topic, whatever that is. We want to get all those hurdles out of your way so that you can shine a floodlight on your brand. All right. So that's what we want to touch on, that piece first. And then we want to touch on the second piece, which is also scrolling on the bottom of the screen. And that is the after live. I didn't say life. After live. So after the live stream is done, we do a Zoom Q&A with the guest. Last week, we stayed on for almost an hour and a half with Lem, and we're not doing that again this week. Usually it's about a half hour. We engage with the guests. Those who are in the Zoom room can ask specific questions of whoever I brought on the show that week. So you can get tickets for that on buymeacoffee.com/KirkRNugent. Make your way over there right now. And if you have already previously purchased anything on buymeacoffee.com, if you bought me a gadget, if you are a member, if you've just supported us in any way, shape, form, or fashion, you probably already have an email in your inbox with that Zoom link. So make sure you check us out. Man, let me just do some shout outs here. Charles Edwards, Jackson, what's good? David Hunt, BT, Gaston Pierre, Albert is here. Alicia Way says, we live. This is the way. With Alicia Way. Man, we got Kanik Mighty Nugent is on here, man. This is great. Thank you so much for engaging with us and for being with us this evening, man. So we have, let me move quickly here, as you guys already know what this series is about. Today we have Mr. Anthony Chornes. The man, the myth, the legend. Yes. Somebody said this is Jackson's father. Well, that's not his claim to fame, though. Corey is on the live. Corey and Laquita is on the live. We accept fine. Well, accept the time limitations and get what we can in that time. Okay, I got you. Listen. It's going to be fun either way. So make sure you get that ticket. Janelle is on the live. Yes, she is. This is Anthony Chornes' wife, y'all. And she put those hearts up there. She's taking a look at that brother sitting on the screen right there next to me, man. I mean, she's like, woo, look at this. Shout out, fam, from Japan. What's good, Digital Glow? I like that. Patty McGill is on the live. I just met with Patty earlier today. Thank you so much for jumping in here, hanging out with us, hoping we can get him to be one of our guests later on down the line to talk about affiliate marketing. If that's something that you're interested, whether you're watching live or you're watching the replay, leave a comment. Let us know. Just say affiliate marketing. Yes. Just say affiliate marketing. Yes. If that's something you're interested in, we'll try and get Patty McGill on the live. And if you're not following Patty McGill, you need to be following him as well. He is, he's one of the guys over at Restream. He's at Restream. So cool. So yeah, we got Anthony Chornes on today, and we're going to be talking about Livestream Pros. Man, we're going to be talking about live streaming and so many different things that you can do with live streaming. And then next week we got Patty's partner in crime here. We got Rob Valasavas. He's going to be on next week, March 22nd, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. I love this quote. Don't just look to gain subscribers, but instead look to build a community. Don't just look to gain subscribers, but instead look to build a community. And for those that don't know, Rob Balasabas is over at TubeBuddy, and it's such a great resource for anybody that's looking to grow a community on YouTube. And so excited to have him on next week. We're going to be talking about some things specific to growing a community. So definitely you want to tune in for that. But without any further ado, we're going to get this intro going. We're going to get Anthony on screen so we can chop it up. We can have our conversation and then begin to build what we're going to do for our collaboration. So Convos and Collabs on deck. Let's go. The man, the myth, the legend. He is here. Ha ha! What's up, Chornes?
I'm here. How's it going?
Man, I am excited to have you here, brother. I am excited that you were able to come through. Listen, I know this is supposed to be a show, and it is a show. For those that are watching, we're thankful that you are here, but y'all just need to know that this is a regular thing for us. Me and Anthony chop it up, chat it up. I will drop him a link, or he'll drop me a link at an ungodly hour, and we will be online.
Hours.
Yes, honestly, we'll be online.
2 a.m.
Yes, and we'll just be checking out different gear, pressure testing platforms, and that's what it's about. I just want people to know that this is some of the things that we are committed to behind the scenes. So when we put out a video, when we make a recommendation, it's not because we just kind of randomly stumbled across something. We're actually putting in the work to be able to say yes or no, right? So, man, you got some people shouting you out in the comments. And for the folks that are there, man, for all of y'all that are watching right now, even if you're watching the replay, man, go ahead and clap it up for my guy, Anthony Chornes, who's on the live today. Excited to have him back. He is no stranger to how it all works. This is a guy who's been on all seasons. So I'm excited to have him, a good friend. And yes, I will make this promise to all of you that Jackson will hopefully make an appearance.
He will I saw that. It's like they saw me, but they're like, "Where's Jackson?"
They were like, "Where's the Jackson cam? We need a square on the countdown clock for Jackson." We should have done that. That's not a bad idea.
I promise you guys, a Jackson cam is coming.
Jackson cam, I love it. Oh man, GP is just a king of these catchphrases. He said Captain Chornes. That is sticking. Captain Chornes. That is not going anywhere. Wow, Captain Chornes, man. That is funny.
Big shout out to GP though with the podcast thing that they've been doing.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah, he's this is the first podcast conference that's going to be on Clubhouse, and Gaston Pierre is going to be one of the speakers. So big shout out, man. Absolutely. GP, loving that, man. Glad that you're in that space, pushing the doors open, man, crashing them down and allowing other people to come in as well. I love that, man. You're creating a space. Hey, Doc, talk to the folks a little bit. Tell them a little bit about yourself, who you are, and your relationship to live streaming. This is kind of the standard question here for Convos and Collabs. This is where we begin. I'm stalling so he can think of get his thoughts together. But yeah.
I roll with it. This is live.
Yeah, listen, this is LIVE, and this is, listen, I want to say this even before he puts together his answer, or he gives you some tidbits about himself. I want to say, in live, you have to be able to roll with the punches. You got to be able to, kind of just go with the flow. The conversation, I don't know if this is for everybody, but that conversation that you have in your head, that you just want to have that same conversation, but out loud. So it may mean laughing at your own jokes. Yeah, like I'm doing right now, but totally by myself. But it also means just kind of, having those epiphany moments on screen, and I can guarantee you, man, that other people will resonate. But Anthony Chornes is no stranger to the live streaming space, and I want him to take a moment right now to tell us a little bit about himself, where he is, what he's doing, and his relationship to this whole live streaming scenario and space that we're in right now.
Yeah, so I'm Anthony Chornes. I consider myself a technology and digital content creator and specialist. I like to coach, teach things that I've learned over the years. I've been in the technology space for a number of years, since I was like 12, taking apart a computer.
Nice.
Kind of stuck with it. Worked for schools, worked for churches, worked for digital marketing firms, and just pretty much trying to share the knowledge I've learned over the years to help people in the technology area. Some people think that technology is difficult to understand, difficult to learn, but I try to simplify it and make it easier for people.
Man,
Right
listen.
now, I'm out in the Houston area, freshly here, so just
Yeah, yeah,
getting
yeah.
accustomed to it.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
first
yeah.
move was interesting. Houston's supposed to be hot, but I guess I brought the cold with me when I moved. So it's,
Listen,
it
real
got
quick,
snowed.
real quick, man. There are a couple of people
Yeah,
are saying
volume.
they want you to
Okay,
turn it
okay.
up. I know you got some gain there, man. So give us a little more.
Yeah.
I've got you turned all the way up on my side. So
Okay. If I gotta come closer to the mic, we can do that too.
come on, talk to us in the comments. Is that better? Come on, talk to us in the comments. Hopefully that's better. But yeah, man. Yeah. You guys moved to Texas at an interesting time.
Very interesting time.
Very interesting times. Yeah. That's amazing. And let me just say something real quick here to everybody. Oh, Houston, we have a problem. Anthony has arrived. Yeah. Houston. Oh my goodness. Geston is something else. But one of the things I wanted to say here is that Anthony has most of his gear and equipment in storage, right?
I forgot about that.
he has most of his equipment in storage. So what you're seeing is kind of his travel pack. He has a couple of RGB lights. He's actually using his phone right now as his webcam.
Yes.
He's got a mic that, kind of a desktop mic, one that doesn't sit on an arm or a stand. It's an actual desk mic. Yes, and he's getting it done with those items, and this is what I love about that kind of that ingenuity, that looking at that's a good level. Bryant Taylor says, Digital Glow says, I can hear you both well, but being able to kind of adapt to your situation and scenario. One of the things I love that Anthony always says is you got to use what you have.
Absolutely.
Gotta use what you have. If your phone is what you got right now, then you just use what you have, and you grow from there. That's such a great
that needs
thing.
to be talked about, because when people think of live stream, they try to look at what everyone else is doing. I need to get this camera, I need to get this microphone, and things like that. But you pretty much can start off with a small setup. Like you said, I'm using an iPhone. I'm not even using the best iPhone. I'm using the SE. And
oh man, look at that!
I'm still getting some good quality. I just have some portable lights. Got one on the side right here, a little small one. Has a little soft box on there. I got two on the sides of me, just giving me some light just to light up the area. RGB lights, and that's pretty much it. I mean, I do have my Stream Deck, but I'm not using that right now.
Nah, man, no need for the Stream Deck. But listen,
you can get started with just the simple setup.
That's real. And so for somebody that's out there that's listening to this conversation, if you're watching with us live, if you're watching the replay, we want to let you know, man, don't let anything be a limitation to getting out there and going live. You want to be able to use what you have first, exhaust the capabilities of what you have, and then begin to graduate at a natural pace to new gear, more gear, more complicated gear, and more complicated setups. That's what's up, man. BT is saying, go ahead and unpack the Blackmagic Pocket Cam 6K and the SM7B.
That's not even necessary.
but I wanted to put that on screen because I wanted people to know that he has that equipment. You see what I'm saying? But he just, again, for the purposes of our live stream today, I'm so excited that he didn't think it was going to be, oh man, I don't have my equipment. He could have said that, but I appreciate you coming out here, man. Got to use what you have on hand. I love that. Here's our second question, follow-up question. I know from watching some of your videos, of course, I know you personally, but I know that you talk about working in media and tech in the faith-based space. So from that background, talk to us a little bit about, some of the impacts and benefits of live streaming in that faith-based world, right? What are some of the benefits, or better yet, some of the opportunities that faith-based entities are missing when it comes on to this whole live streaming thing?
Well, first of all, the faith-based community kind of gave me an opportunity to actually grow, because I didn't know anything about live streaming until I was kind of forced to kind of set up some equipment for a church, and they didn't have anything. So basically, leaned out to a couple of friends of mine, kind of learned, figured out what they were doing. This is back when cameras were this big, and Final Cut Studio was the hot thing then. So
Yeah.
everybody remembers that Final Cut Studio.
Yes, I do.
So learned that live streaming then wasn't anything like what we're using now, Ecamm and
No, sir.
StreamYard and things like that.
No way.
You had to actually build a server.
Yep.
Matter of fact, they're still using this server. It sits up probably about this high.
Yeah. I remember building a Wowza a server.
I remember that. So streaming media servers, all those type of
Right,
things, we had to
right.
build those and then slowly upgrade to like Wirecast and things like that.
Yeah.
But that being in the faith community gave me opportunity to learn and grow. Of course, they're pretty flexible and lenient with allowing me to, learn things and kind of get through the mistakes and things like that.
Yeah,
But,
that's great. That's great.
Working with them allowed me the opportunity to work for bigger entities, of course, like the conference and things like that.
Yeah.
So, well, the opportunities that. Yeah, go ahead.
So sorry. So I was going to interject there. One of the things you bring up such a great point is there's always going to be that learning curve. So for people who are, tech/media minded or oriented, right, and you want to get into these spaces, you don't necessarily have a message that you want to share, but you want to get some hours under your belt in terms of, hey, I want to learn how to live stream. I want to, grow with my live streaming. The faith-based community, your church is a great place to learn the techniques. You probably got somebody at your church. If you have a live stream that's going right now, you probably have somebody there who has ridiculous real-world experience, and you could just sit and learn from them for free. As long as you're willing to put in the time and to be consistent. I know I have a couple of guys that I'm working with at my church that I'm training up, and this past Sabbath, I didn't have to do anything. I was just switching the cameras, but the person that was actually manning the stream was one of the guys I've been training up, and so that's a very rewarding space to be in as well, knowing that not only I'm handing over these tools and these tricks of the trade to a new generation, but also just being able to kind of alleviate some of the pressure of having to deal with that all by myself. So it's a great space. You brought up a really great point. Finding those areas where folks are a little more lenient, they're a little more apologetic. You're not being paid, and you can kind of learn and grow and make your mistakes in a safe environment, and begin to learn from those and share that level of expertise with real clients, in the real world when you're getting paid for it. That's what's up, man. That's a really good point.
Always have how it all works to give some more education. But
listen,
piggybacking off what you said, the faith-based community is another great space to actually. I feel like if you're trying to get into live streaming, the best way to start doing it and to learn to get into the flow is through interviews. So the faith-based community is probably a good place to find people who you can interview, because there's a lot of people who do various different things. You can set up a quick video podcast, go live, just interview people, ask them certain questions, and just chop it up like we always do.
Yeah, that's it. That's great. That's great. Listen, I wanna run a video. He's looking around right now like, what is Kirk talking about? I'm gonna run a quick video real quick. This is something that I stole from Anthony Chornes' channel, but I'm gonna run this video real quick, and it's about 60 seconds. But when after we run this video, we'll come back and we'll dive into a couple more questions before we start talking about what we're gonna collab on. So this is gonna be great. This is gonna be great, and trust me, folks, you're gonna listen. Me and Anthony Chornes are gonna be right down in the bottom corner over here, so you get a chance to see our expressions. But this is good info. DJ Strick is in the house. What's good, DJ? What's good, man? Thank you so much for showing up and hanging out with us. That's so great to see the support from the community. But yeah, let's get this video, and I think it was a Vlogmas video, but let's get this video real quick, and we'll be right back.
I found this vlogger's tip on Amazon, and it cost me about $79. And what it came with was a complete kit with a handle. You can mount your phone in here. It came with a hot shoe that you put on the top, and you have your microphone, which I'm using right now, that is plugged directly into my phone. And the reason why I got this was, of course, if I'm on the road and I want to just bust out a vlog real quick, I can just put this up and I can have my hands off of my phone and have more support down at the bottom. And then I also have an upgraded microphone, so you get some better audio quality.
That's good. Listen, folks. That's
Yes.
I cut off the last piece where he said that you can find that on Amazon.com. I think you said it was about $80, but listen,
Yeah.
these are some of the things that, you know, in terms of live streaming,
The
that's
microphone.
yeah. That's some of the stuff that you can do to really, you know, take those baby steps using your phone and being able to set it up. Listen, it's sturdy, it's steady, right? You're getting a better mic than probably what you have built into your device, whether it's a smaller DSLR or if it's your actual phone. And then you have the freedom of not having to hold it, right? So you got your hands
Yes.
free. You
Yes,
can be more
hands-free.
expressive. And you know, that's a really great video clip, a great, and I want to make sure folks know that you can go ahead and follow Anthony Chornes on YouTube as well. He has a YouTube channel as well, so I'm excited to be able to share that. Links are in the description over on YouTube. You guys know we're growing on YouTube, man. That's where we're putting all of our
sir.
information. So
That's the place to
YouTube is
be.
where it's at. I'm hoping that, you know, most of you guys are hanging with us over on YouTube. But yeah, that's a really great talk to us a little bit about that kit and, you know, some of the applications for it, Anthony.
Yeah, so like I said, I'm using that kit right now. So that's my on the go
Nice.
kit. That's my when Kirk randomly decides to go live kit. I can pull that out and just go live. It came with the light, came with the stand, the hot shoot, and then the mount at the top where I can either mount another light and or I can mount a microphone like a shotgun microphone or something like that. And it's really
Yeah.
handy. And then it also can stand on its own on a tabletop, but it can collapse and you can do it handheld as well. So
Oh,
if you're
nice.
walking around outside and you want to do some vlogs like that, it's really handy.
Yeah. Gaston is saying Kirk is basically crowning Anthony as a prophet. Yes, I am. Listen, you got to be ready in season and out of season, Doc. You got to be ready. And then we got the hashtag mobile studio kit here. And then, oh, listen, Albert is saying, what's the name of the kit again? Name of that kit?
It's a kit by Movo, Movo.
Yeah, that's right. I saw a Movo
Yes.
in there. It's Movo, Albert. Movo.
Yes.
This is a comment from Corey and Lakita. I bought one of those mics, came with a dead cat, and somehow lost it in the house. I've been meaning to purchase another. Give us a thumbs up. But yeah, listen, on the run, on the go. That's great equipment to have.
Yeah.
And it just kind of gives you a level of flexibility. One of the things that we want to make sure that folks know in terms of this whole live streaming space, you got to start with the end in mind. You got to start with what you want to get out there. What is your message? And when you really hone in on what your message is, you'll begin to start forming a community around that message. And once you fine tune that, the gear will come, right? I always tell folks, if you have to make any purchase whatsoever, make sure your audio is great. And I think one of the things that Anthony said later on in that video, so you got to go check the whole video, by the way, because he talks about another lapel microphone that you can use as well. But later on in that video, he talks about that lapel microphone. But if you're going to make any purchase whatsoever, you want to invest in sound. Because sound is critical. A lot of people are like, oh, live streaming, you got to have a great camera. No, I mean, listen, I'm not going to negate the camera. I just feel like if people can see you, you know, live and in living color and they can't hear you, that's a waste. People will log off.
Absolutely. I
they
always
will.
stress focus on audio first, then build from there. Because you can have a great looking video, but if your audio is not good, they're not going to stay and listen. It's just something about it's hard to listen to bad audio.
Yeah,
They'll sacrifice, you know, if your video is not that great, but audio, not so much.
And that's why we had to take a second at the beginning there to get that level right. So we appreciate you guys
And
helping us out.
Hear me.
Yeah, leaning in. But you know, one of the things that we were talking about earlier, Anthony, was TikTok. You know, and this whole phenomenon on TikTok. One of the things I was looking at some viral videos on the platform, and they're not stable. Like the quality is like the person, you know, just was purposefully moving their hand around. The audio was good, however. And I want you to kind of think about that, you know. So some of the things that people will forgive. In fact, their eyes will zone in on the focal point of the video, and they won't even necessarily notice how wobbly or how, you know, shaky it is. In fact, this is a whole new thing in cinema. You know, you have TV shows and movies that are now, you know, doing the unsteady video. You know, you'll have somebody with a handheld camera. This is a whole nother aspect of cinematography now that people are incorporating. So you always want to make sure that part is something that you're taking care of and that you're keeping in your mind. Let me see what Corey and Lakita are saying. We've deleted many an outdoor video that was sacrificed by the wind. It's true. It's true. And
you need a windscreen. Get a windscreen.
That dead cat, the windscreen, that thing is critical. So yeah, man, because if you can't hear it, and it could look great, it could look phenomenal, but if you can't hear it, it's dead in the water. It's absolutely dead in the water.
And this is why also having a backup audio source is necessary as well.
Oh man,
so sometimes I will have a lapel clipped on me, but I'll also have a shotgun mic just in the distance, just to going straight to my audio recorder, just to get some backup audio, because you never know, something may happen, audio may cut out, and trust me, I've been.
Man, listen, I'm shaking my head right now because I
don't even want to talk about it.
I have fallen victim. Yes, I have fallen victim multiple times to that very scenario that you just described right there. My goodness, whole video, and you're like, oh,
absolutely.
No audio.
Hours.
Gotta go back. I mean, sometimes you know the shoot is on location. Oh, I'm triggered now. I'm triggered. Mercy.
Yeah. That's why I said I don't want to talk about it.
Listen, I know that you have something in the works. It's not quite like out there for everybody to really consume yet. You know, this whole concept of Livestream Pros. But just talk to us a little bit about some of your vision and your ideas for that platform and what it will be, what people could expect when that thing is in full gear.
Okay, so a couple of things I'm working on. One is a course, basically showing people the basics of how to get into live streaming. We'll take them straight from the basics, so start from the beginning, lighting, audio, camera, everything. And we'll cover it, take you step by step, Q&As, personal walkthroughs, just to make sure you can grasp the information that you can start live streaming like a pro.
Nice. I love that. I love that. And I love the way that you're going to set that thing up. I've seen I've got insider information. So I've seen some of the logos. I've seen some of the things that he's working on. So I'm excited about it, and I can't wait, until that thing is birthed and we can start funneling people in the direction of this new platform. And this is one of the things that somebody was saying to me is like, you got all these people, these groups or these platforms or these services popping up. You got LGL, and we're talking about another one today. And there's Livestream Pros, and there's several other academies and different things like that. Even How It All Works has some things that people can do. Bishop Donald Oliver's on the live. I just had to stop there and say grace to you, Doc. Thank you so much for coming through and hanging out with us. I caught some of his live stream yesterday, and it was amazing. Him and his wife were singing some of the songs of the church, man. Some of the songs of the church.
Speaking of faith-based streamers, man.
This
guy he's a whole problem.
Actually, you're so right, man. I've got to figure out a way to get Bishop on the show as well, man, because he speaks to a very specific market. And you know what else I love about Bishop? I know I'm kind of going on a tangent here, but this is the point, right? This is convos and collabs. So it's like whatever. We can just talk about anything. But one of the things I love about Bishop is that he's not afraid to just dive in and try it out. I put out a video today. It was last night, but we'll just call it today for the sake of what side of midnight it was that I released the video. But it was on a new platform called Livestream Studio. And so me and him were talking about it in the Content Creators Cafe, and he was just like, it definitely has some features and functions. It definitely he ranked it above some other apps. I won't mention which one. But it was just so cool to kind of get that feedback and hear what he thought about it. And what I want to land on is some folks, tell me, I do a lot of sessions for, groups, faith-based entities, whatever. And people always tell me, I'm not really techie. I'm not really into that kind of thing. When I'm a little older, that's not for my generation. And I just really want to shine a floodlight on people like Bishop and people like Felicia Alston and people who I'm so many that I've met in the communities who, if they went by age, it shouldn't be their thing. but they're killing the game anyway. And we all could learn from them because of that mindset of being a constant learner, right? Being a constant explorer and just kind of wading through the unknown and seeing, man, I wonder what this does, or where does this go, and how does this happen? So there's a great spaces. So I want to make sure that folks know about Livestream Pros, and some of the things that that we're gonna be seeing coming out of that camp pretty soon. Here's our Livestream Masters. I'm totally goofed on that one.
A totally different group.
Totally different group. Totally different group. Totally different group. So here's our last question. By last, what I mean is we're this last one on screen. Oh, you know what? Why I'm at this question? Hey, age is just a number. The reason why I'm at this question is because I skipped the audience question. Let me get that audience question first. But before I do that, let me catch these comments. So courses, that's the good stuff that grows us regular folks. Congrats on that achievement as it comes, Chornes. Yes, and yes. And then we got another comment from GP. He's saying age is just a number. I'm a 30-year-old streaming grandpa. I love that.
Yes,
I love that.
And that's
I love
one
that.
Of the reasons why I'm purposely learning TikTok, because it's a big audience over there.
Yeah. And there's a certain mindset that goes into going into a platform you're not familiar with, right? And admitting like, hey, I don't even really know what I'm doing here, but I'm trying it out anyway. Because
I've seen some videos. I'm in my mind, it's like, how
what?
Okay, I don't know
where
how
did this come from.
But I'm just gonna post, what I do best.
Mercy.
It doesn't have to be like everybody else does their stuff. You just you do it best.
That's the beautiful thing about these spaces that have been created, is that it doesn't have to look a certain way. It can be specific to what you want it to be. So that's such a great thing, man. Such a great thing. I am going to pose this question to the audience real quick. It's on the screen. You've probably read it already, and I want you to kind of respond to us in the comments. Audience question: do you consider yourself a beginner, intermediate, or expert live streamer? Do you consider yourself a beginner, intermediate, or expert live streamer? Come on, talk to us in the comments. And if you're watching the replay right now, we want to make sure that you're able to kind of, even as you leave your comment on this video, you're watching the replay, go ahead and leave that in your comment as well. You can say whatever you want to say in your comment and just put at the end, I'm an expert, or you can say I'm intermediate, or you can say I know nothing, right? but in the comments real quick, man, this is data, this is information that's going to be helpful for myself, definitely helpful for Anthony, to be able to kind of go back to and say, okay, this is a wide gathering of folks that we've got on the live with us today. How many of them consider themselves beginner, intermediate, and expert? And the reason why we're asking that is because there's criteria to help you understand, at what point where you fall in that. And you'd be surprised how much of that criteria is non-technical, as in not technical. So I see some comments are already coming in. Oh man, I see some comments are already coming in. So Digital Glow is saying intermediate. I like that. Let me see.
He's not a beginner. Come on, bro.
GP says beginner, but once I master Ecamm, I'll be an automatic expert, right? Hey, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you.
That's one of the classes I will be offering. I'm offering a class in Ecamm.
Yeah. Evanroy Wint says intermediate. Bishop Donald Oliver says mercy. I'm just getting started with live streaming since 2000. Mogulus. Streaming faith. I know nothing. I disagree totally. If you know the term mogulus, you know a lot. And for those that are watching and you're not familiar, man, Bishop Donald Oliver is actually, he uses both vMix and Ecamm.
That's what I was going to say. He's one of the few that I know that uses vMix and Ecamm.
Yeah. That's a lot. He uses NDI like a pro.
Yeah.
I mean, he's killing it, man. Janella Peters says, I want to learn. I'm a beginner. I love that. See, one of the talks, if you will, that I constantly am asked to give when people book me to speak, the title of it is Transition Requires Identification. And so one of the things that I share with folks is, you can't really make a move toward what you want to be until you identify where you currently are. you know, and my good friend Anita on Friday night dropped this message called "You Are Here," and she had that, that pin that you drop on the Google map, "You are here."
Yes.
And she talked about, being at Disney World, and you'd walk up to the kiosk and it would say "You are here," and you could find yourself on the map. I'm not going to preach. I just want to share with you that the truth is that in order for you to be able to transition to where you want to be, you do have to identify where you currently are. And I just love what we're seeing here in the comments. Yeah. Beginner. I'm with you, Bishop Donald. I'm a beginner. I don't believe you, DJ Strick. We don't believe you at all. And we got Gary Jones.
We can't all have shows picked up by Ecamm Live, man.
Nah, listen. DJ Strick is not a beginner. And Gary Jones says, I like this term. He says, I'm an advanced beginner. I love that. There are levels to each category. So I love that.
Yes.
Make it your own. Make it your Digital Glow says, preach. Just learning this craft. BT says, just learning this craft. Oh boy, the godfather of live streaming says he's just learning the craft. The truth of the matter is, I'm just going to give this piece and then we're going to keep moving. But there is a lot of non-technical when it comes into live streaming. I did for Vlogmas, and those of you who watch the channel, follow the channel, that I did 31 live streaming tips for the entire month of December. There was a Vlogmas challenge. And so out of those 31 tips, do you know that not one of them was technical? Not even one was technical. And there were 31 tips to being a great live streamer. The technical piece is the part that's kind of fixed. The components of your live stream that are intangible, the components that will cause people to come back again and again and again, are you, right? Because you are the brand. And that's the piece that allows you to say, hey, I am a pro, right? Because I understand how this thing works. I understand what people are looking for. And because I'm gonna be honest, you could spend, some hours in the lab and really become very technical on these platforms. You could become a StreamYard wizard, a Restream guru. You can become an Ecamm aficionado. But if you don't understand how to host a guest, which I'm not doing a very good job of right now. But if you don't understand how to draw in an audience by asking questions that allow the chat to just keep going, you understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
If you don't understand the levels of importance in terms of being consistent, being vulnerable, and answering a question, then it's just not going to work. And those are the areas that I find that people often really fall flat on their face because it's not technical. It's kind of best practices. It's something that you may think works, but you didn't realize how critical it is because of how people respond to these different things. Let me get some comments here, and then we're going to keep moving. BT, stop being humble. Director Islar says, beginner, I was looking for Ecamm classes and stumbled upon this live stream. So excited. Look at that.
Wow.
That is amazing. And so, Director Islar, I got a good amount of Ecamm videos, not necessarily a class, but definitely you found a good channel to subscribe to, and to definitely stick around. We are absolutely about helping people learn here. But word to forever learning. Yeah. I like that. Thanks for the discussion about Anthony's mobile kit. Plan to have our trustees get this for our pastor until we get back into church. Hey, awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome. And listen, if it's just that one comment, and this is another tip here, but if it's just Albert that was affected by this discussion today, this convo and collab, then I would have considered this a success, because that to me is what it's all about. The Vlogmas vibe.
Come to the altar.
Come on. Corey and Lakita says the Vlogmas vibe was evergreen because it was truly performance related. Is there a course coming? Yes, there is. Yes, there is. So keep that in mind.
Yes, there is.
Keep that in mind. Yes, there is. Last week he preached from church and he was looking down. With Movo, he can look up and out at the virtual audience. Yes, Albert, you got it. Those little tweaks make such a big impact on the delivery and engagement. Engagement as well. Lateem Johnson says the soft skills are the hardest. It's the truth. It's the truth. It's the truth. It is the truth. Gary Jones says, I took my first Ecamm class from Kirk Nugent. That is correct. I did a master class last year. I got to do another. That's true. Thank you so much for that reminder, Gary. I need to do another because there's so much that I'm learning, continue to learn on this platform. And, Ecamm is not standing still. They've got a boatload of options and features. I was playing around with the beta version today.
They're still adding stuff. It's
amazing, bro. It is amazing. It's amazing. All right, let me get this other question in here.
Yeah.
This is the question. This is the question. From your experience in media and tech, share with us an experience that was memorable. A lot of times we don't often connect the two, right? So I know I work in tech and media, and I have a ton of stories. Now, a lot of that's connected to being a missionary for a number of years, but I have a ton of stories where tech and media was the thing, but the outcome and the impact was something totally different. And a lot of times we don't necessarily make the connection. But from our vantage point, and that's what we love to do here at How It All Works, is to, shine a floodlight on people and careers and skill sets and disciplines that we don't often hear from, and get a feel for what their perspective is. Like, what is life like behind the lens of Anthony Chornes? And so talk to us about, some of the things in media and tech, something that you experienced, a story that even could be even short, but something that was memorable that, had it not been for tech and or media, that thing would not have happened.
I can't really think of anything specific off the top of my head, but working in tech and media, I love to help people. And so having the ability to help people on a technical level is always rewarding, because you can see that they're struggling, they can't get it. And then once you walk them step by step through it, or you're able to just like tweak some things for them, they're like, oh man, wow, that's how you do it. Or I've been trying to figure this out for, forever. Especially working with churches, getting their technical things set up. And then just seeing the results of that alone, because before, even with COVID being a thing, churches weren't able to, or some churches weren't live streaming at all.
No, they weren't.
So helping them get started or helping them set up, and then they're able to reach not only their community, but also people outside of their community. So just seeing the benefits of that and helping them reach more people is rewarding as well. Yeah,
that's huge. That's huge. And I think this is one of the reasons why I've kind of hung my hat on live video strategy. And of course, the new brand positioning statement, I'm Kirk Nugent, and I teach entrepreneurs, small businesses, and faith-based entities how to simplify live video mechanics to shine a floodlight on their brand. And the reason why I say that, because some folk are like, faith-based entities and brand, what is the brand? Simple. It's a one-word answer. It starts with a J, ends with an S. I'll leave it alone. But the point is high tech must be influenced by high touch. It's the only way that it's going to be successful is when we actually see the two in concert with one another. And a lot of people put them at odds. And it's like, well, if it's technology, it's very cold. But here we are on screen, right? We're having a full-on conversation.
It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. And this is why if you look at positions that are starting to pop up, they're hiring digital pastors, because this whole live streaming thing is not going to end. It's a new wave. And so they're hiring digital pastors. And what these digital pastors are, they are the people who are behind the scenes, handling all the live stream people. And engaging with them. Sometimes they're even preaching directly to them. So they're trying to make this as engaging as possible, because they know, like, COVID's not going anywhere anytime soon. So we have to make this whole online experience as engaging as possible.
As we possibly can. Yes. Listen, I'm going to say this real quick. And I don't know what your schedule looks like on Wednesday, Anthony, but on Wednesday, BT, I don't know if your schedule is free. Bishop Donald, I don't know if your schedule is free, but on Wednesday, we have the midweek huddle, 12:30 Central Standard Time. We have the midweek huddle, 12:30 Central Standard Time. Chornes, did I mention on Wednesday, we have the midweek huddle at 12:30 Central Standard Time? I don't think I mentioned.
I missed the Asana one.
Yes, you need to go back and bro. You need to listen. Marquis It has an S on there, but he helped me to recognize that I was pronouncing it wrong. But Marquis Murray came on and blew our minds.
Wow.
Yeah, I will be personally booking a session with him for Asana. But on Wednesdays we have the midweek huddle, and this Wednesday we're going to be going over a platform called Alter Live. Alter Live. Okay, I was want to say that for it's not Afterlife, it's Alter Live, and I just put it on the screen for those that wanted to see it. It's Alter Live. We're going to be going over that on Wednesday during the midweek huddle. So for those that can, if you got free time, middle of the day, it's a virtual co-working session. There is really no format whatsoever. We're just chopping it up. We'll share. The screen's going to be shared. You can get tickets if you want to join us in the Zoom on buymeacoffee.com/KirkRNugent. But yeah, Alter Live, 12:30 Central Standard Time, midweek huddle. We're going to be going over that platform. I just recently got a subscription, so we're not going to be doing it in theory. We're actually going to be going in, and I'm going to need some guinea pigs to jump in with us. But this is what I wanted to share this to say. I wanted to share this to say because I think it dovetails right into what we've been talking about. Yeah. Is that these are platforms that allow us in this digital space to really engage with one another. I know Bryant Taylor just got his subscription today. I was talking to him today while he was actually signing up. So Alter Live, yes, Bishop, building a virtual church community. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Look, he says he looked at them about 3 weeks ago. Yeah, I just got a subscription, just 1 month, but I'm trying to, really take it through its paces in that month. And a video will be coming, but yeah, trust me on this one. I think what we have to do is allow, people in their area of expertise to reimagine some of the spaces that we've created. And I'm not saying this to say we're only talking about church. I mean, even in the corporate world, I was talking to a guy and he was like, I'm a lawyer, so I'm in the legal profession. And he said he's also an eCam beast, to be clear. And he was like, you guys could clean up in my space. He said, I make money. I don't want to do the demos and the seminars and training people how to use eCam. He said, I just use it because I want to show up better than I have been. But every time I show up to a meeting, I show up with eCam or with whatever. But in his case, it is eCam. And that is the impetus for people to be like, hold up. I need to do something different. Clearly, you have figured out something that I haven't. And he introduces them to this community, whether it's the eCam community or he introduces them to this whole live streaming community that we are building here. And this is what I love about it. It doesn't have to be, you could be a live streamer and, me and you could be totally different live streamers because live streaming in and of itself is a discipline. It is a practice. It is a tool to be used. And it isn't necessarily an industry by itself. It's a partner, right? And so it's a partner to whatever your message is. And whatever that message is, you can use live streaming to really broadcast it. Man, this has been a phenomenal conversation thus far. But we still have one last question to answer in the, I would say, 7 minutes we have left. We've got to answer this question. This is the question. This is the standard final question for anybody that comes on Convos and Collabs. We've got to find a way to collaborate. Now, me and Lem are working on a lighting video, so look out for that, guys. Me and Lem are going to be putting together a lighting video. Lem was on last week, and we're going to be putting together a lighting video that we will cross post. It'll go on his channel and it'll be on my channel. But I want to do a collab with Anthony Chornes. So Anthony, and in the chat, talk to us. We want some ideas. What would be a collaborative video that we could put together that you would absolutely not only watch but share with some friends? Where are you itching that we can scratch, right? What question can we answer? What that we can do in a video?
Yes, absolutely. So first of all, I already talked to you about this collab on the course. So
okay, listen, that sounded great to me. The course is a bit longer, but I'm down though. I'm down. Absolutely. I just need to get off my tail and get some some work done. But yeah, no, I'm so with you on that. But I'm looking to see. I know that they're a little bit behind us in the comments, so waiting for them to catch up to us in terms of being able to recommend. I want to see what they have to say, because I have a couple of ideas. I don't want to throw anything out there, but I want to see what they have to say. And if you don't have an answer right now, you can't give us an answer in the next 5 minutes, because we got to get into our Plug Your Hustle section. But maybe courses. David Hunt says courses.
Courses.
A video.
Oh, absolutely.
A video on courses.
Absolutely.
Ah.
I just built a course last month. So yes.
A video on courses. I like that.
Asana.
Okay. I like what Bishop is saying as well, though, because I think we talked about this earlier. We talked about this today, didn't we? Let me take the question down.
Yes, we literally
we talked about this today.
We literally just spoke
at Church Summit with this crew, and we can stream it. I love that. Church live streaming summit. Asana deep dive. I actually would want to watch that video, David Hunt. Okay.
Lag.
Assist virtual praise and worship team rehearsal. Oh, I like that.
No,
I'm gonna have to.
I can pull some people together for that.
I love that. I'm putting these
can
on screen so that I can, when I go through and do the replay, I can write these down. This is good. No, Bishop. Let's talk about getting that done.
Absolutely.
That's a collab that has to happen
today.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier today. Yeah. I like seeing collabs on tech stuff in use on location, like you all outside in a windy place with a mobile kit. Oh, that's very specific, and that actually is a great idea. I'm leaving that on screen again so that I can really, come back to that and make sure I have that in my notes. Camera and lighting audits. This is what GP is saying. Camera and lighting audits. This is why I love the community, man. These are phenomenal video recommendations. And what this does, Anthony, is it gets that video on both of our channels.
Absolutely.
Right? And that's excellent. Who's in
I'm
Chicago?
from Chicago. I know it very well.
When
he said that, that's what I thought about.
No, but that's good. That's good. Folks, man, you guys have been phenomenal today. I hope that one or two, if not all of you, have gone over to buymeacoffee.com so that you can join us for the after live, which will be starting in just a few minutes. I'm about to kick that thing off in a second here, but I want to take a moment to allow Anthony Chornes to just kind of plug what he's doing. Folks, you guys have been so good. You've been following the channel. You have been faithful members of the How It All Works family. But I'm so glad whenever I get an opportunity to introduce again and again people that I feel like, people that I go to when I need stuff. One of the things that I want to say about Anthony, and I know you're going to plug your hustle, but one of the things I want to say about him is that we did a consult for a guy that is in a different state. I mean, to be clear, he's in Idaho. Neither of us had ever been to his house, and neither of us had ever have actually physically touched any of his equipment. We did a media consult where we helped him set up his studio, and we walked him through what lens to purchase, what lights to get, what color to add to his room, how he should shift around certain furniture. And he and his wife, in concert with us, of course, on Zoom, did the work of actually setting up this studio. But this is the piece I want to highlight for you guys. Without physically being present, Anthony Chornes selected the best lens for this client's existing camera. When he bought the lens, you would have thought we measured the room ourselves. It was that accurate. It was that good. And so from then on, I'm like, okay, my lens guy is Anthony Chornes. I'm not even going to fool with it, because this guy, man, is just something else. So absolutely, man, I just wanted to put that out there, because I really feel like we need to share that kind of thing more. When somebody has a superpower, we want to shine a floodlight on that thing, man. Director Islar, video on setting up live improv theater, gospel karaoke. That's good.
I love that.
Integrate Jamulus and or Camzam with streaming worship service. Those names sound familiar to me, but I need to figure that piece.
Yeah, that's okay. That's what we do. We dive into software and we chop it up.
Yeah. Bishop is asking for me to post the buy me a coffee link. It's scrolling on the bottom of the screen, Bishop, but and maybe Kanik can put it in the comments, but yeah, it's scrolling on the bottom of the screen. I see it in the ticker. Never mind. Okay, he said your overlay is dope. Thank you, Digital Globe. Thank you. Appreciate you for that. GP David Hunt says, GP, are you with me? Oh yeah, we have the tech. We ain't going nowhere. Oh my gosh. Okay. Now we've devolved into Kirk Franklin stuff, and we're going to listen. Leave my name. Give my namesake a break. All right, Anthony Chornes. We're in that 7:55 time frame. This is the last 5 minutes. Talk to folks about where they can find you, follow you, support what you're doing, consume the content that you are putting out.
Social media. I am everywhere. Just follow me. My links are all the same. Add Anthony R. Chornes.
Okay.
And I will be posting stuff on YouTube. Follow me on YouTube. I am going to push for content on TikTok as well. So follow me on TikTok. I'll be sharing some things outside of technical knowledge as well. I'll be sharing some things with business. We'll be talking about credit. We're talking about LLCs, how to get your business set up, how to build business credit, things like that, how to repair your credit. And we're also going to be diving into some free advice on getting your stuff set up for live streaming as well. So follow me there, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, everywhere.
Listen. I want to say something real quick. Well, and Valerie Singleton just joined us, and Valerie Singleton is one of our winners of the How It All Works Black History Month bracelet. It's got the fist with Africa on there. And then I know I'm small, guys. And then it also has HIAW, and she was one of our winners. And Valerie, let us know in the comments if you have received your bracelet. I know some of the other winners like David Hunt and Henry McKechnie have received their bracelets. I just want to make sure, Valerie, that you have received yours. So let us know in the comments if you have received that. Corey and Lakita, I love this. I love this recommendation here. They're saying a collab on studio setup would be cool too. I like that a lot. That's a great
studio setup.
Yeah, studio setup. Things. That's good. Yes. That's good. And
I will be sharing jacks too.
Oh boy, I don't think we have enough time to get the jacks cam out. I don't think we're gonna make it today. But what I will say is thank you. I want to say a word of thanks to Anthony for hanging out and being the ram in the thicket, but also just having, coming here and sharing a ton of value with folks and just being you. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the best things that you can do. Be unapologetically you. Okay, Ernest Harris has a quick question, and then we're gonna wrap this thing up. How do you make your frames? Any help would be greatly appreciated. There's a video. I'm gonna make that video, yes. Ernest. I'm going to make that video. So, because this is something that several people have been asking me about, and I will make sure to make that video, and I will try to tag you when I put that thing in there. Corey and
have one in the eCam community as well. How to build the
scenes out
and frames.
Yeah. Yes. So to answer his question, like in one sentence, I build the scenes in Canva. Mm-hmm. Anywhere that I want to put a camera, I leave it green, like green, like chroma key green. Mm-hmm. And then I download those files as JPEGs, not transparent. Open them with Finder, with Preview, right, on your Mac. Use the snip. There's a tool. Oh mercy! What was the name of that tool now? I use that tool. If you hit Command Shift A, you'll get that toolbar, and the tool is called Instant Alpha. When you grab that tool, you highlight the green area and hit delete. That cuts out the frame for your thing. That's like a 5-step process. I can definitely make that video and make that available for the community. So hopefully that is that. But hopefully what I said just audibly for you is of help. But yeah. I'm still looking to see if Valerie comes back and says, yes, I got my bracelet, because I'm really hopeful that she did get it. Some of the others did get theirs.
Okay, so I do have one in it over. Okay, perfect.
Okay, cool. Okay.
That may be a little bit more than what Kirk does.
To do
I build everything in Photoshop and then build it inside of eCam.
She said yes. She got it. I am so excited. She got it. That is so phenomenal. Excellent, excellent,
Awesome.
excellent,
Awesome.
excellent. So, folks, the bracelets will be going on sale on howitallworks.com/shop in the next 2 weeks. Not this week, but it will be available in the next 2 weeks. And we'll put that in the newsletter. So you got to sign up, sign up for the newsletter. Sign up at howitallworks.com. We're going to see some of you guys over in Zoom in just a second. But for the rest of you guys, man, we just want to say publicly before I close it out, Anthony, thank you again for being here and for coming through and hanging out with us.
Thank you for having me on.
All right. Folks, what an experience. Convos and Collabs, this is what it's all about. It's a little less scripted. It's a lot more of a conversation, and we're trying to bring you guys into the conversation as much as we possibly can. You gave us absolute gold today in terms of the recommendations for a collab video. We've got way more than we can possibly ever record, so we're probably going to have to look at some other ways that we can, fit all of that collab stuff into something else. But I've heard from you. We've been able to engage together. This has been a phenomenal time, phenomenal space. Again, if you haven't already, check us out on buymeacoffee.com/KirkRNugent. The link is scrolling on the bottom of the screen right now. Not only can you find tickets there for the midweek huddle and for the afterlife, which is about to start right now. I'm actually opening up Zoom as I'm talking, but you will also be able to support us. We'll be announcing there different things that we're trying to do in the channel and with this space. Like, we're trying to purchase some new equipment for live streaming. You can help us defray those costs by giving towards that equipment purchase. So all of that stuff is there, and several other value adds we have there as well. Emails that we send out, posts that we share. But yeah, as they say, there's benefits of membership. So check us out on buymeacoffee.com/KirkRNugent. And for those who are watching this, you're catching the replay, consider subscribing. Consider hitting the like button. I mean, consider hitting the bell so that you will be notified when we have new content and when we go live for Convos and Collabs, and for How It All Works, our live show, for the midweek huddle, and for the cafe on Friday nights. If you've never seen that, if you've ever found me live late on a Friday night, you know that that's the cafe. So it's your boy Kirk Nugent, the Geek Speaker Preacher, hoping that somewhere in the course of today's discussion, somewhere in the course of today's convo and collab, you were able to figure out how it all works. We'll see you in the next video.
Thank you.